the stutter. I was only in the 8th grade. It seemed.
Yeah, it seems like there was this movie back in the 90s of about a hunter, where this guy was being hunted by a bunch of. Why do I have to get hunted by a bunch of people? Like, you know, for people to get paid to hunt me.
But maybe your dad's the coach of the baseball team. Everybody somewhere has their.
So issue like I can't stand how I can't even get no rest. You know what I mean? I'm talking about. I be thinking to myself, there's no freedom of thought.
And I was throwing marbles at his head.
And like, you know,
he came up afterwards and threw it right smack in my head, and I punched him. And my father happened to be the principal of the school.
Yeah, man, that's like right to do. That's convention, man. You know what I mean? You get everybody's to be like, but then they psych you out. You know, they try to psych you out, like, do this stuff, and do this stuff, and do this punk ass shit, and they claim they're not punks, but they just do punk shit, right? And because of new technology, right?
Conspicuously absent in
this story. All right. Also,
and with Discovery, man,
in the Democratic primary.
And when Malone blew, right? Everybody knows that.
Sanders is criticizing Liz Warren for being a capitalist. Watch.
So $50,000 a hunter, right? So hunt this guy for $50,000 a month. $50,000 for $50,000. And bounty hunt this guy. I was like, what is this? Some type of? It is a game, dude. It is a game with no accountability. It is a game with no accountability. It's just people, okay, donate clothes. Now you can always say, now we're going to extort you for clothes. Now you can't buy no string clothes. No, that's not true, man.
I guess. I mean, I don't know.
You just play autism, and you say a Russian side, you play autism and say, oh, well, he's the enemy and stuff. It's deception. Because it's worse than insanity. It's a game that's an endless game that's total abuse and battery. And it's very lopsided, and it's very there's no fairness involved.
So I don't.
Well, Columbus Day, they don't even like that anymore.
I don't really tell the truth, man. It's a freedom of thought, man. If you kind of dig what you're doing right, if there's freedoms of YouTube to be putting on your videos, and there's freedom of you to play in the blogs, even if you have one view, even if Onus is fucking your publisher or something like that, you know. I'm like, what's up, man? How you been? I was at college for 20 years, dude.
When you were doing dirty jobs, you didn't want it to succeed. Why not?
Well, my business model in those days was
Waiter's World, Waiter's World, and so look at Mike Rowe, man. What's he doing nowadays?
You know,
I mean, what's he doing? He's succeeding. He's doing something else. Probably gonna still stay on Discovery.
You can win with singles.
Hit some singles.
But the trick is not to get encumbered.
What is the first thing you think of?
Whatever you want to work. Take your retirement in early installments.
But like, issue, you're like, man, this is crazy. You know what I mean?
3 years.
He should get something else or something. I sit up there with the guys and whatnot. I spent 15 years in San Francisco, dude. This activates a really strong Shima that I can't sit up here and just be like, oh, talk over. You know what I mean? I sit up here and took a sofa from the outside and sat on and watched Deadliest Catch and stuff. My mom was teasing about that. I mean, King Crabs from Alaska. You know, so
Dirty Jobs was a miscalculation.
Okay, because it was a real hit for many.
I can't. Shima activates too hard. But now, there's no. But now we don't wipe that clean. We don't give it. We give it inertia on a segue.
Accidentally from.
And these people clip their fingers on these cages, you know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about cold weather and like what do you call it, metal cages, and that are banging around. You lose a finger, one of them things swing around and hit you hit on the one of those whatever you call them, those catch things.
Everything you did
and so
is terrific.
And it was good, man, because Discovery came out in the 90s, right? Late 90s, and the channel itself, along with History, and they both go in their own directions, but they have the same format similar.
You think you're broadcasting, and of course you are.
Fast and Loud, American Pickers, you know, all these come to mind. Monsters Garage or whatever, like that, whatever, right?
I'm Dick Clark.
Deadliest Catch to me.
Crazy.
So, you know, and I'm like, you know, that's crazy, man. All that king crab they be catching in. Dude, that shit was crazy. Them in pounds. And those people have been 20 years at that show. Those people have kids and whatnot, their children and whatnot. And I'm not stopping because, like, activated Shima. I'm like, God damn, that motherfucking hardwood floor. You better start on the hardwood floor and stop squeaking. Wait, no, Ace Hardware, you know, Pulp, whatever.
Coming up, we finally found a cure for Trump derangement syndrome. You gotta see what we did with these liberals.
That's a good one, yeah.
Up next, John Stossel. He goes undercover as a homeless person here in New York. He's here to tell us